John chapter 2. On the third day there was a wedding in Cana of Galilee, and the mother of Yeshua was there, and both Yeshua and his disciples were invited to the wedding. When the wine ran out, the mother of Yeshua said to him, "They have no wine." And Yeshua said to her, "What business do you have with me, woman? My hour is not yet come." His mother said to the servants, "Whatever he tells you to do, do it." Now there were 6 stone water-pots there for the Jewish custom of purification, containing 2 or 3 measures each. Yeshua said to them, "Fill the water-pots with water." And so they filled them up to the brim. And he said to them, "Draw some out now and take it to the head waiter." And they took it to him. Now when the head waiter tasted the water which had become wine, and did not know where it came from, but the servants who had drawn the water knew, the head waiter called the groom, and said, "Every man serves the good wine first, and when the guests are drunk, then he serves the poor wine. But you have kept the good wine until now." This beginning of his signs Yeshua did in Cana of Galilee, and revealed his glory, and his disciples believed in him. After this he went down to Capernaum, he and his mother and his brothers and his disciples, and they stayed there a few days. The Passover of the Jews was near, and Yeshua went up to Jerusalem. And within the temple grounds he found those who were selling oxen, sheep, and doves, and the money changers seated at their tables. And he made a whip of cords, and drove them out of the temple area, with the sheep and the oxen. And he poured out the coins of the money changers, and overturned their tables. And to those who were selling doves he said, "Take these things away from here. Stop making my Father's house a place of business." His disciples remembered it when it was written, "Zeal for your house will consume me." The Jews then said to him, "What sign do you have to show us as your authority for doing these things?" Yeshua answered them, "Destroy this temple, and in 3 days I will raise it up." The Jews then said, "It took 46 years to build this temple, and yet you will raise it up in 3 days?" But he was speaking about the temple of his body. And so when he was raised from the dead, his disciples remembered that he said this, and they believed the scripture and the word which Yeshua had spoken. Now when he was in Jerusalem at the Passover, during the feast, many believed in his name as they observed his signs which he was doing. But Yeshua, on his part, was not entrusting himself to them, because he knew all people, and because he did not need anyone to testify about mankind, for he himself knew what was in mankind.